Sean, we'll start off straight into it. I kind of briefly mentioned this on Twitter that for Paul O'Donovan, the Irish rowers had another gold medal. It's his ninth gold medal at either European, World, and Olympic medal level for Paul O'Donovan himself. He's definitely got to be in the conversation for Ireland's greatest sports person. As I saw, I think someone replied to my tweet going, compared to the other names that have ran it about from other commentators, I think it's fair to say that Paul deserves his name near that top of the list anyway.
Yeah, well, I think his unassuming nature probably doesn't help him in that respect for Sportsperson of the Year. Like when you hear his interview after winning gold, it's sure it's grand kind of approach. But what he's done now, and I think when you're not surprised that he goes and wins another gold, is probably a testament to sustained level of brilliance. It's probably a bit like Rory McIlroy in the sense where McIlroy wins I know he hasn't won a major in a while, but if he wins a big trophy or gets to world number one, you're not surprised. And I think that's what sustained brilliance is. And Paul O'Donovan, he's outstanding, and he's certainly in that category. I mean, you know what? He's one of our most decorated athletes of all time, and it certainly puts him in the picture for best ever sports person. It's quite an interesting debate. We'll have to look into it, Dan. But there's a lot of names up there, and Paul O'Donovan's name is right at the top of the list.
Yeah, Roy Keane, Brian O'Driscoll, Padraig Harrington. I don't want to keep Katie Taylor. I don't want to keep going and leave people out, but I think we should definitely have a podcast. I know in RT did one maybe 10, 15 years ago. Am I remember that correctly? I know Second Captains, when they were doing their TV show, had a wall, and then there was controversy. People would ruin the wall by someone going and taking someone off the wall they shouldn't. So there's plenty of debate in these questions that you never have an answer in the end. And people are like, I've heard a lot of people say, you shouldn't have these conversations. But I think that's what all sports about. It's about opinions. Everyone has their own 1 to 10, and debating it like that, I think it'll make for a good show. So I'm up for it in a few weeks anyway. Yeah,
absolutely. And it's funny because Sonia O'Sullivan was on RT on the Late Late the other night with Ciara McGain, and it was funny. I was looking at Sonia, and then as soon as someone mentioned Sonia, you automatically think of Sonia O'Sullivan, and I think it's those kind of the great Katie Taylor's in that sense as well. That when you hear the name, almost it brings back a lot of memories for people, and in Sonia's case, it's probably just her first name, and people will, immediately think of Sonia O'Sullivan. So it's definitely it's definitely something to look into. But as you mentioned, the success that Ireland rowing has had. I saw a brilliant map of Skibbereen and the little townlands around it that's produced so many medalists. Obviously, all spearheaded down there, but Dominic Casey. So it's incredible what's happened down in that part of Cork and how many medalists it's produced.